Te Aroha Marae provides a venue for traditional Māori practices such as tangihanga, wānanga and a meeting place for the common use and benefit of our local hapu, Ngāti Te Rino. It is also available to the Parakau community. The marae has been in existence since the early 1900s and was formally gazetted a marae in the 1950s. Ngāti Te Rino are mana whenua of the Parakau area. During the last COVID lockdown, Te Aroha Marae became a hub for the delivery of food parcels to our local Parakau community, and this became the catalyst to establish a community garden to assist the elderly and more vulnerable members of our Parakau community.
Following on from Cyclone Gabrielle, Te Aroha Marae again became a hub for the community and a place to meet wānanga and discuss our relationships with others. The following are the thoughts and kōrero from a couple of those involved in the local response. Firstly, Te Reo Hau of the Te Aroha Marae, Chairman. And secondly, Mark Fuller from the local Parakau Hare Krishna community, who own and run a local farm producing vegetables for their cafe in Whangarei City.
Yeah, so our more vulnerable members in our community, especially on our marae, our aunties and uncles and that, were quite frightened following with the storm. So we were able to get them to a safe place around the marae and just be together and safe, knowing that our resources here in our whare were able to stand up whilst the cyclone was happening. And then afterwards, following that up with being able to help them with their kai packages and relief packages to make sure that they were okay. Getting our chiller up and running was one of the biggest things we needed to do, because we learnt from the cyclone that meat in particular, any stored meat or stuff from out of your chillers was going to go to waste if there wasn't any power. So we've invested heavily in getting us a generator that will power our chiller if it's required when the power goes out. The aunties and uncles, when we were able to get them to a safe place, we're very appreciative of that, especially with it being whānau. So yeah, really happy. So I guess following Cyclone Gabrielle, the impact on our marae and what we learned from it was we need to be more independent, we need to be more reliable on ourselves and other members within our community. So it was really good talking with Mark today from our Hare Krishna community in Parakau. What we also knew we needed to do was update our resources. So refrigeration is one of the keys. Starting our own seed bank and being more reliant on our own food sources, another key learning, as well as being able to sustain ourselves for a certain amount of time. We looked at probably 7 days, at least a week to 10 days, was the time frame we'd have to be able to look after ourselves before we may need to get outside help, or before even any outside help might be able to get to us. So, we've invested heavily in the resources required to be able to do that. Things like cookers, water containers, mobile generator, and actually being able to move that stuff around the community. So we invested in a trailer as well to do that. And just knowing that there are other members in the community that are there and going to be able to assist and collaborate on any of our ventures moving forward. So yeah, we're really lucky in that way.
I felt very connected. I think although I have been on a marae before, because this marae is close to our own land, I feel there's much more of a symbiotic relationship going on here, because this community is very similarly aligned to our own community. We're both trying to do the same thing. We're trying to build a community around the land, decentralised community where we're self-sufficient and looking after ourselves, providing our own resources, and that's why I was interested in the seed wānanga as well. There was two aspects of it that really two things I wanted to get out of it, and the first was the technical knowledge, and the second was the relationship building, the team building, which is really what my main interest is. But more importantly, I want them to be able to connect with our community to connect with this community. My main interest is joining people together so that we can all learn together, we can learn off each other. We've got some resources. We've got some land which is productive. We've got a Koha Cafe in town. We've got a community centre in town on Bank Street that we utilise, and your community are welcome to use any of those facilities that we have, and we have some expertise through doing that, and you have resources here as well. Sort of similar in a lot of ways. You've got a community centre and you've got a commercial kitchen and a dining hall. We've got the same kind of thing, and we've both got skills, and I really see some future for all of us to pull some people in and work collaboratively and build something beautiful together, but without losing our own identity. We're both both of our communities are coming from ancient traditional values and philosophies of family and village life, and looking after each other and not having to rely on a big centralised overlord. And that's really what we're trying to do.
Te Aroha Marae, working together with our local community to collaborate, manaaki, and work together. For us, nō reira, tēnā tātou katoa.